710 ESPN Seattle presents Bob and Groz's One More Thing.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
What else? As we cut this video on Tuesday, this is Tuesday, isn't it?
It is Tuesday. Good call.
It's hard, man. Everything's running together. Joe Paterno is still the head coach at Penn State. He has not made a statement yet or anything like that. The university hasn't wanted him to. He did, we saw, conduct practice, but we still haven't heard anything. And the question we'll go into, we want to keep it limited here because this is going to go on forever and ever. So we're talking about today, should he stay or should he go?
It's got to go.
I think immediately.
Gotta go. When you read the details of this thing and you see what he was presented with as far as his knowledge of what was going on with Sandusky and the fact that he didn't pursue it past going to his immediate superior and saying, hey, I heard this was going on in the shower with a 10-year-old boy, and not pursuing it past that point is unforgivable. I don't care what he was legally obligated to do. What he was morally obligated to do as the face of that institution is the king of Happy Valley, success with honor, all of that. You've got to live up to it. You've got to practice what you preach, and you did not, Joe. And yes, he's done a lot of great things. He's affected a lot of people in a positive way through his time there. But unfortunately, this is gonna supersede all of that. Well, you turn your back on child molestation,
and that's what he did. I mean, at this point, no one's accusing him of doing anything, but not doing anything about what was going on. I think it comes down to the story of the cover-up. It's what brought Nixon down ultimately, and it's going to be the story of this. Everyone's going to want to know from this point forward. We've already seen it in a few video shots of him. What did Joe Paterno know, and when did he know it? That's the question they asked when they brought down a president. Those are the questions that are going to be asked in this circumstance. He absolutely deserves the right to say what he wants to say. I mean, that's...
What can he say?
That's a given. I don't think you can do anything to erase what's happened. We all know, and please, I encourage you, it's very easy. Read, or at least gloss over some of the transcripts of this grand jury thing. It'll help you make up your mind. It really will. What he could talk about was perhaps apologizing for how terrible he feels when he found out in 2002 and didn't pursue it.
Well,
he didn't go far enough.
But is there anything he could say in the way of an explanation? Here's why I responded the way I did, or more importantly, the way I didn't.
I don't see how. You can't claim ignorance when it was brought to your attention, when you knew specifically, whether or not the guy was vague or not, you knew specifically that something had happened with a 10-year-old boy and a 58-year-old man who was in your department, who has an office in the building that you in, who's one of your assistants for 30 years. You had an obligation to go further if you're Joe Paterno. In my opinion, there's no question about that. And he didn't do it. And I'm not saying he broke any law or anything like that. No, I'm saying this is a college too. I mean, the whole idea here is the ideals of promoting education for youngsters, and to have something like this happen on his watch, on the watch of that university president, on all those people who all need to be fired.
Everybody's complicit.
Inexcusable.
Yeah,
he's got to go. And starting with this weekend, he should not be on the sideline.
They can't afford this distraction every day, every practice, every game, every post game. I mean, you can't. You cannot. I'd be stunned if he's on the sidelines this weekend.
So long, Joe.